Hello. Hello. um Happy Monday. Happy new month. I don't actually want to say Happy Women's Month. Yeah. I have my reasons, but yeah. Today is Black Girl Magic Monday, and I will be reading from New Daughters of Africa. I actually don't have a specific story to read from here, so I'm just gonna go all random. The last time I read from the middle, I'll just choose like a random story because like this book is that big. And I've been reading from it every Monday. Hi. Hello, Nami. I've been reading from it every Monday, and if you've missed the readings from this book, you can check them out on IGTV and on the YouTube channel. At the end of the reading, I'll actually tell you about the books that I hope to read for the month of August. I actually looked on my timeline and I realized that hey Sarah, I realized that from 5 books that I posted in May, I read 1, so that is very bad. Morayo _ is asking, how can one get the book? This book is available online. It can be bought from Take-A-Lot. Sorry guys, I was just running. I did a 5-kilometer before I had to clock in. This is available from Take-A-Lot. It's available from afroculture.co.za. Afroculture, Afrocentric Lit. Those are also on Instagram. You can go onto Afrokulcha, AFROKULCHA, Afrokulcha. They are on here as well. They sell books. They've got this. You can get it on Loot. But yeah. Nami says, I see The Blessed Girl by Angela. Oh yes. Yeah, I love it. Yes. So like I said, every Monday I read from this. I'm just gonna go off and just read what I paged through to 220, and that was it. If you have a book, if you have a copy, go onto page 220. I'm reading from Makhosazana Xaba. This book is very important, guys. You need to get it. I got it for $350, and this was at the launch. I was at the launch and I got it for $350. The price could be lower on Take-A-Lot and Loot, but yeah, I always promote supporting the independent bookstores. Like Book Circle Capital is also there, so check that out. Book Circle Capital, Afrokulcha. Yeah, I'll always say get it from Afroculture. I got it from Afroculture. I am for supporting independent bookstores, more importantly independently owned Black women stores. So Afroculture is 100% women owned, and yeah, I try to actually get every quarter a book from one of these mobile independent bookstores, and I will always make a noise about buying from the independent mobile stores or bookstores. But yeah, let me start by reading Makhosazana Xaba's bio, and then we will start with hashtag the total shutdown, disturbing observations. Okay, Makhosazana Xaba, a South African anthologist, essayist, poet, and short story writer who has published 2 collections of poetry, These Hands, published in 2005, and Tongues of Their Mothers, published in 2008, and she has featured in numerous anthologies. She won the 2014 Nadine Gordimer SALA Short Story Award for her book of short stories, which is Running and Other Stories, which was published in 2013. She holds an MA in creative writing and is currently a research associate at the Wits Institute for Social and Economic Research, writing a biography of Helen Nontando Jabavu. She worked as a women's health specialist with national and international NGOs in the areas of women's rights, gender and anti-bias training, and violence against LGBT communities. In 1986, she went into exile, where she trained as an MK caterer and a journalist, and worked as a broadcaster on Radio Freedom in Lusaka, and returned in 1990 with the African National Congress Women's League. Initially, she trained as a general nurse, midwife, and psychiatric nurse. And this is hashtag the total shutdown, disturbing observations. Wear black with a touch of red and comfortable shoes. This was the suggestion placed on the right bottom side of the poster advertising the Intersectional Women Against Gender-Based Violence March planned for 1st August 2018. Black is a color of mourning for many South Africans. I know. I understand wearing mourning. I was not sure about the significance of the color red, but that was not going to stop me from participating. On that Wednesday morning, I remembered the suggestion and dressed appropriately in a flared, long-sleeved, polo-necked black dress, black pantyhose, and black shawl and black head wrap. My touch of red was my ankle-length, fake leather, comfortable boots. I was not preparing for the high-level Pretoria March, where the marchers were planning to hand over the memorandum of demands. I have grown more claustrophobic with age and avoid crowds. I was ready for the lunch hour gathering in Braamfontein, a few blocks from my office. I left the office with a colleague 20 minutes before the start. We walked comfortably in the sunny but cold, ever-populated streets and arrived at the rendezvous to find just under 20 people. In no time, the numbers had grown, and the singing of struggle songs had begun. We spread ourselves right around the Dakota intersection of 4 one-way westward lanes and 2 two-way north-south lanes. As the cars started hooting with impatience to drive through, we stood aside to let them pass. But the more hooting and speeding we witnessed, the more sense it made to simply block the roads. And we did. Sorry, I just realized something. Hold on. My lighting. Because it's getting darker. Sorry about that. I don't know if it does anything, but anyway. Okay. As we stood there singing, now blocking all the cars, I was appalled as I witnessed the rampant violence of men. They hooted even louder and for longer. They threatened to drive through us. By now, I had taken a position with others bang in the middle of the 4-lane one-way. Decorte Street. Some drivers opened their windows, screamed and insulted us. The most repeated screams being, "Step aside," and "I want to drive through and I have a meeting to attend." At some point, I decided to give the inner circle my back and dared to face these drivers. I wished I had brought my phone so I could take pictures. I looked at them on all 4 lanes while holding firmly the hands of my sisters on either side. It was not only the drivers in the front cars just behind us who were screaming. Even the ones up to 3 rows back were doing the same. I spotted only one woman driver who just sat there with her phone in her hands. I looked at these men in shock. The irritation on their faces. If irritation could kill, the anger. If anger could enact the disappearance, an instant erasure of an object in front of it, the shouting. If shouting could remove a body and place it where it desires. The hooting never stopped. Neither did our singing. The grasp on my hands on either side felt stronger. I found that comforting because looking at these drivers, these men, had disturbed me so much. I was relieved in the knowledge I was held firmly on both sides. As I turned around to face the inside of the circle, one young man on rollerblades managed to fight his way between two women and, in a macho look-at-me style, rollerbladed his way through the circle in a southerly direction. The speed with which he moved made the women just give way for him. They freed their hands, stepped aside, and watched him whiz through and down the road. They rejoined hands afterwards. I had expected the drivers to respect our protesting presence on the road. I expected them to, if they had not heard of it, turn on their radios and find out why women were on the streets singing struggle songs midweek. I expected them then, if indeed they were in a hurry, to call the people they were to meet and let them know they were running late. Listening to the news would have assured them that the demonstration was scheduled to last for an hour. I expected the drivers, these men, to sit in their cars and wait until the demonstration was over. Instead, we forced them to wait, and they protested as they waited. As soon as we cleared the road, they put their cars in speeding gears and drove away. Some continued to scream insults at us through their windows. And yes, some were in business suits and ties. Such is the violence of men in South Africa. In a country some have labeled the rape capital of the world, where all forms of gender-based violence, violence against women and girls, sexual violence including gang rape and rape of elderly women, sexual harassment, intimate partner violence, violence against LGBTIQ+ persons, including corrective rape of lesbians, domestic violence, and structural violence are rife. It seems trite that I should be writing about this observation. The murder rate of women shot up by an alarming 117% between 2015 and 2016-17, as recorded by Statistics SA in its report Crime Against Women in South Africa. This is but one of the numerous shocking statistics about gender-based violence in South Africa. But I continue to expect men in the streets of Braamfontein, Johannesburg, to be civil and behave like decent human beings. Surely there is something wrong with this picture. My denial is no longer justifiable. Why do I expect men who are guilty of the range of violations I list above to behave differently, respectfully, during a lunch hour of an ordinary working day, a Wednesday? What does my hope to humanize them mean? I have lived and experienced violence from men all my life. I was a fool to think that the older I got, read physically less attractive to men, the less of a target of violence in public spaces I would become. Nothing has changed. It would appear that the default presentation of men in South Africa is violence. I continue to walk the streets and pavements in fear for my life because now I'm a target of a special kind, because I look older. The hashtag The Total Shutdown March by Intersectional Women Against Gender-Based Violence on the 1st of August 2018 has been written about. Detailed detailed information is easily accessible. Similarly, the demands women made to President Cyril Ramaphosa are firmly on the table. He has been quoted repeatedly as he assured women that the summit, one of the demands on gender-based violence, will be held soon. In all my years of feminist activism, I avoided working directly on violence against women. The closest I got to it was via two avenues. First, the work we did on women's health. Second, the poetry I have written. Thankfully, it is now being used at universities in South Africa, and I continue to get feedback on how it allows students to speak up. And my firm belief that I do not have the personality to work in the VAW sector, as we called in the 1990s, I have admired and respected women who did, including, more recently, the young women who are standing up, unafraid and ready to face the enemies, our sons, brothers, fathers, uncles, grandfathers, husbands and boyfriends. I'm including husbands. Our enemies, our people. My colleague Pratika Singh and I talked about this unrecorded violence from men as we walked back to the office an hour and a half later. This is the violence that the South African police and Statistics South Africa neither record nor report on. It does not show up as a category in their statistics. This violence that my body has failed to forget. This is the violence that clearly springs from intense hatred and disregard of women as human beings deserving of respect. This ubiquitous violence we are forced to breathe in and out each time we navigate our way through public spaces. I have begun to wonder whether my expectation of men can in fact be viewed as complicity. I am reminded of how I have never had the courage to ask my two brothers if they have ever raped a woman. I am not ready for their answers. Does this too make me complicit? Is it most disturbing to acknowledge that our violators are our people? That was the first essay from Makhosazana Xaba, titled I just realized that I actually never I never pinned the title, the total shutdown. How are you guys? That was today's reading. So okay, it's by Makhosazana. My typing is very slow. Makhosazana Xaba. Happy August month. Happy Women's Month. Sharon says that was heavy. It was, right? Let me see if I can't get. I feel like I'm not happy with my lighting today. Like, I don't know, something is wrong, something is off. I don't know what happened today, or maybe it's just me, but anyway. Yes, Sharon says that was heavy, that was really heavy. And it speaks to, like, can you imagine, like, if we all had to ask the men in our lives if they've ever raped, would you, like, you know, or have they been as abusive as these taxi drivers that are being described on this essay, if they've ever like disregarded a protest which is peaceful, and you know how like some people would know about a protest, it's taking an hour out of your time, you know. Oh yes, Nami just reminded me, I actually put it up on my stories over the weekend that balakudu.com is having a sale of this book. So who had asked? Hold on, I know someone above had asked. Morayo, maybe check out, it was on the previous stories. Balakudu.com. It's a new online store. I know they're based in Cape Town, but they do deliver nationally, so you could be able to get this book right from there. I'm not sure how quickly do they deliver, but yeah. I saw a comment. Oh, Sarah says, love your t-shirt. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. This was really heavy. I feel like I should read another book, another story, another essay rather, but an essay like this is actually quite quite important. Sorry, I think my body is reacting to the running because I haven't been running for like 4 days. But yeah, it is very tense, and it's a very, very important observation to make and read about, because these protests are good. Actually, even this, how Makhosazana says, one of the demands that were on the table for this protest to the president was a summit, a summit on gender-based violence. I don't think that has actually taken place. I mean, it's been 2 years already. This was on the 1st of August 2018. Nothing like this has actually happened. There was a protest that protest in Brum was also a part of a bigger protest that went to Pretoria. I don't even think, no, nothing has actually happened. And in fact, more women have died since that date up until now, But yeah, I think this is a very important book. The observations and all of this work, there's a lot of themes that are in here. There's poetry, there's autobiography, there's memoir, there's oral history, there's letters, there's diary entries, there's short stories, novels, drama, humor, politics, journalism, essays, and speeches. There's over 200 writers in here. Nothing has been done. Nami saying nothing has been done. Our government fails us as a community and fails women more than So I'm actually glad I read this story today. But yeah, anyway guys, that was today's reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I still have 4 minutes to go, so I'm just gonna let you know about what I intend to read for the month of August. I will post it later. I'm still reading. I'm gonna finish off Bomboy, which was July's book. That was July's book, and I'm going to be reading about. I'm gonna try and read 3 books. I'll try. So, but they will all be women authors as usual. I think everything that I've been reading most of this year has been by women authors. So yeah, I'm very intentional about that. I'll be finishing this off, and for August, I'll be reading daily this by Libitso Rampore. The book is available on lebitsorampore.co.za. So I'll be treating it as a devotional every morning. I'll talk about it on the post, and I'll be trying to join Literary Alliance to read The Girl with the Louding Voice for the month of August, because they'll be discussing it 15th August. Yeah. So they book club Saturday will be on Abidare's The Girl with the Louding Voice. I've had it for a while, so I need to also get to it. And then I will be reading finally Mubanga Kalima Mukwento's The Morning Bird. I love the cover. I'll be doing some posts on it soon, so I will post these in a bit. And then besides all the normal reading that I'll be doing every Monday, Monday it will be New Daughters of Africa, Tuesday will be feminist text, Wednesday will be the Gerald Crock anthologies, and Thursday will be dedicated to new titles that I do have or that I will buy or get. And then I'll interchange it between the new books and online literary magazine readings, like on a Friday or Thursday. So I'll interchange that. Yeah, and then I'll just put everything on the timeline once I've started like rolling out everything. But yeah, so I'm almost done with Bomboy. That's what I'm happy about. So that was today's reading of New Daughters of Africa for the Black Girl Magic Mondays. So yeah, this will be saved on IGTV, and then I will also save it onto the YouTube channel. If you're not if you're not subscribing yet, please do. I'd appreciate it. Yes, guys, I see. Okay, there are no more comments. Hi everybody, hello. Okay, I've covered everything that was here. Okay, good. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some feminist text reading. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the August reading month. I hope I will manage to go back to my March reading vibes where I actually read 4 books. Yeah, let's hope so. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, you can get this from Afrokulcha, Afrocentric Lit, yes, Book Circle Capital. I'm intentional about mentioning only Black owned stores. Yeah, besides the other one, I think the other one is Balakudu. Now I'm gonna read it because it's one. Okay, balakudu.com, which has a very a cheaper price. I think it's probably cheaper than Loot, but just check, do your homework and then check, and we can read every Monday. Thank you guys. We'll see you on Tuesday.